and welcome to another tutorial. I hope you like my little photo board I've got going on back here. Basically today's tutorial is going to be how to shoot a music video, and it's quite easy if you've watched my other tutorial, which is how to shoot a dialogue scene with one camera. It's very similar. So you only really need one camera to do this, and you need a boombox or something that can play the actual song that the band or the band or singer is going to be performing to. So you can even use your phone if it's loud enough, but the best thing is maybe one of those speakers that you can plug your phone into that's loud enough for them to hear. So before I get into it, I'm going to say that I'm not going to be showing any footage of how it's done. I'm just going to be explaining it, and then I'm going to show you how to sync up all the stuff and get all of it done in Adobe Premiere. So first thing I like to do is have a wide shot of the band or artist, whatever it is. Let's just say band for the sake of this whole tutorial. So a wide shot of the band, so I'll have my camera set up on a tripod, got a wide shot, run through the whole song. So you play the song on the boombox, and they can mime it or they can actually perform it, and they just play along and sing along to the actual music coming out of the speaker of whatever you've got. So once you've done that shot, then you can go in and get close up. So you might want a close up of the guitarist's hand, or you might want the drummer or the singer close up. With this you can get creative, you can move the camera in and out, and it depends on the song obviously. And then a lot of video clips or music clips also have some kind of storyline to them. So the band's not playing, they might be walking through a field or they're doing something like that. Those shots are really easy to get because you don't need to sync up any sound for those, unless they're singing in them. But as I said, it's more like a storyline scene or shot where they're not actually singing, they might be just doing something. So with them, yeah, you don't need to play the music. Sometimes it's good just to get the feeling of the speed and what they're going to be doing. So yeah, that's about it in terms of filming. So get your wide shot, they play the whole song, and don't just think, oh, I'm only going to use this shot for this part. Film the whole song each and every time, because when it comes to editing, the more footage you have the better, and chances are you might say, I really wish we got a close-up of this or close-up of that. So the best way to avoid that is to just make sure that you get, let's just say, a wide shot of the band, play the whole song through, get some close-ups. You can even do close-ups of every single member of the band. I mean, it's going to take a lot of takes, and do the whole song through, play the whole song through, or you can just do the wide shot and then just have a camera on a shoulder rig or something and get each member of the band in one take, and then you can use bits of that, and then maybe, you know, with a storyline you record that as well. So that's about it in terms of how to get it done. It's pretty easy, and if you have multiple cameras, you can also use two cameras at the same time. Just whatever works for you. Now what we're going to do is jump into Premiere, and I'm going to show you how to sync them together. Just a really quick little tip before we jump into Premiere. If your camera records audio, then definitely use it when you are doing your shooting. And if you have a good microphone to use, so I use the Lumix GH4 camera, I have the Rode video mic. If I was to do a video clip, I would have the microphone on and recording. And I know you're not going to be using any audio from that shoot, because you're going to be using the actual audio, the studio audio, the proper song. But what you can do, because the speaker that you bring with you or the boombox is going to be playing the audio, your camera is going to be recording that inside, like internally, with the video. So when it comes to moving into Premiere, Premiere has a feature where you can actually sync two audio files together, so they're perfect. And if you've got the camera audio and the audio that you played from your boombox or whatever that day, it's very easy to sync them together. And once they're synced, that's 90% of the job done, because that's the hardest part usually, is getting it all synced. Then you can edit and choose whatever angles you want. So anyway, what we're going to do now is jump into Premiere, and I'm going to show you how to sync it up and get that part done. Okay, so here we are now in Adobe Premiere, and what I have here is my finished video. So I'm going to show you a bit of it, then I'm going to show you how we got it done. So as you can see, we did 3 shots for this one. This only goes for about 30-35 seconds. It was just Katie, who's my partner, that's her right there on the screen. She entered a little competition for the brand Weet-Bix, where you just sing a little song and then you can win. Anyway, so we just decided to do like a little video clip, and here we have the studio. This is the studio recorded audio, which we played back as she mimed it, or she actually sang it, but she sang along with it. And we have 3 shots which we've changed camera angles on and everything. So this is it. Just watch a little bit of it. So that's it there. So what I'm going to do is move over, and we're going to start again here. I'm going to show you how that's done. That's pretty easy. So let's just drag our first clip in, audio and video. that's it there. So this is the video, this is this shot here, just like that, and underneath that we have the audio, and that's the audio that was recorded by the camera, which I was saying before you really want to keep, because watch this. This is the studio recorded audio, so this is the one that you'd be playing on your boombox or speakers. So what you want to do is click your audio, then hold the shift key and your video and audio track there. So just easy as just click this one, hold down shift and click that one. So we're going to right click and synchronize to audio on track channel 1. So what's going to do is sync this to the audio on this line here, on this part of the timeline. So we press OK. As I said, this doesn't always work, but look at that, that's beautiful. So now if I mute the camera audio, mute the camera audio and play that back, it's gonna be, so it's done a really good job of that. So now what I can do is just, deselect, trim that down. So there's probably an easier way to do this, but this is the way I like to do it. So now we've got one clip synced, and it's the same little width. So what we can do now is I just move the audio track over, and we go into our second angle or second shot, drag that in, again with the audio, and do the same thing. Right click to synchronize, OK. Okay, so that's all the way there, that worked perfectly. And as always, make sure you double check. This doesn't really matter because it's a back shot, but it does help because when they move their head with certain words and stuff, it's obviously going to make a difference. So that's the second clip done. Then I'm going to go ahead and move this over again, and we're going to go for the third one here. Now from memory, when I first did that, this one didn't sync very well, I think. You can see I've got my markers here from where I synced it manually, but let's give this a shot. Synchronize, okay. Yep, so same thing, it's failed to sync. So what I did with this one, I've got markers there so you can see, but this one you have to actually mesh up to the voice or the movement of the lips. So what I did here, let's just deselect everything. We'll unmute that and mute this, and we're just going to listen to when she starts to sing. So we're going to start on the E of eat, alright, so select that, make sure that's selected, press M, and you'll see we've left a little marker there. So now what we need to do is find that same part on this clip, so unmute that, mute that. It's probably about there, so click there, leave a marker, and we're going to join that marker to that marker, and we're going to see if we're synced or not. Okay, nowhere near it, but you can see the waves anyway. They line up there, which is where my other markers were. So that's what you need to do, just play around. If you hold the Alt key and left and right, you can move the audio over frame by frame. So that's out of sync anyway, so I must have moved it since then. It looks like it needs to go over to the right a little more. So it's all just playing around, and if your camera doesn't record audio, then you will have to do this anyway. So just look for a point where their mouth moves, and then you'll have to find the part in that song and lock it in. That's good enough just to show you guys the rest of the tutorial. So drag this to be the same size. So now what I can do, I've got my 3 clips here, and because they're all the same length, I can just put that there, and I know it's in sync, etc. So what I'll do, we're going to keep this track muted, we're going to move this over. Now I'm going to click on these, right click, unlink, and delete the audio for them. I'm going to drag that on top, and do the same with this, unlink, delete, and we're going to drag the audio on top. So now what we have is effectively 3 camera angles. So if I put my marker here, that's there. If I hide this track by pressing the I, we're there, we're there. So I effectively have 3 camera angles that I can work with now. So what I'll do is, let's just say I want to start on this shot for the beginning. We just play it. We stop there. Let's just say now we want to flick to the camera below. We'll make a cut there. And we want to take this part out, so whatever clip is under this one's going to be shown. So I think this is the back shot we're going to see. Oops, I've turned it off. That would help. I'm an idiot. Alright, so let's just start with that. Yeah, I gotta make sure your clips are on. And that's all there is to it. You can shape your clips and move them around, and it's as easy as that. Guys, I hope that helped. Sorry if it was a bit confusing. I made some mistakes there myself. It's a bit hard when you're under pressure and it's recording. But yeah, I hope that helped. Please subscribe if it helped you. Ask me any questions in the comments, and please give this video a big thumbs up if it did help you. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.